Good morning, children. Welcome back to our maths online class. So, we are going through the chapter 4 basic geometrical ideas. Which are the basic ideas you have learned till now? You know that points, lines, line segments, rays, curves, open curve, closed curve, and polygons. That's it. So, polygon is a simple closed curve made up of line segments. Only straight lines should be there in a polygon. That is the meaning. Next concept we are going to study triangles and quadrilateral. From the word itself you know what are triangles. Tri means 3. So for a triangle 3 sides and 3 angles will be there. And in the case of quadrilateral 4 sides will be there. Our today's topic is triangles and quadrilaterals. Triangle means it is a 3-sided polygon. Tri means 3. So, triangle is the polygon with the least number of sides. Why? Because we can't design a polygon with 2 sides. Is it? With 2 sides, we can't draw a polygon. Because if it is 2 sides, it will not be closed. So, triangle is the polygon with the least number of sides. You understood? Triangle has 3 sides. Therefore, it has 3 angles also. Here, AB, BC and AC are the 3 sides and angle A, angle B and angle C are the 3 angles. Moreover, here you can see P is in the interior of the triangle, Q is on the triangle and R is an exterior point. Exterior point outside the triangle. Next, what will be the four-sided polygon? Four-sided polygon is called quadrilateral. Quadrilateral means four-sided polygon. So, it has 4 sides and 4 angles. Here, I drawn a quadrilateral ABCD. You can identify 4 angles and 4 sides from this quadrilateral. Moreover, we can define the opposite sides, adjacent sides, opposite angles and adjacent angles from this figure. Okay. Which are the adjacent sides means nearby sides, or which sides have common vertex. AB and BC have the common vertex B. So AB and BC are adjacent sides. Next one, BC and CD have a common vertex. So BC and CD are adjacent sides. CD and DA. Next adjacent sides. Next pair is DA and AB. This is very simple to identify adjacent sides. Adjacent means nearby sides. Okay. Next we have to identify opposite sides. Which are the opposite sides? AB and CD are opposite. Okay. Moreover, BC and AD or CB and DA also opposite sides. Understood? Next one, opposite angles. In this figure you can see angle A and C are. Angle A and angle C are opposite angles. Opposite angles because they have no common side. But angle A and angle B are adjacent angles because there is a side AB. Okay, so this is adjacent angles, but these are opposite angles. Okay, so we can do one problem from this section now. Draw a rough sketch of a quadrilateral PQRS. Draw its diagonals. And we have to decide where will be its meeting point of these two diagonals. Here I drawn the quadrilateral PQRS. What will be the diagonals? What What do you mean by diagonal? Diagonal means the line segment joining the vertices which are not adjacent. That means the line segment joining here these two opposite vertices. Okay, diagonals. So this is a diagonal QS and PR also a diagonal. So you can see two diagonals for this quadrilateral. And where will be its meeting point? This is the point of intersection or meeting point. We learned point of intersection. Do you remember? So here this is the point of intersection or meeting point. Okay. So this meeting point of these two diagonals is inside the quadrilateral. That means this meeting point is an interior point. Okay. Understood the concept interior, exterior? Do you remember that? So here quadrilateral and its two diagonals. So now we learned which points? Adjacent sides, opposite sides, adjacent angles, opposite angles and diagonals. Moreover, the meeting point of the diagonals of quadrilateral. So, what is the three-sided polygon? Triangle. What is the name of the four-sided polygon? Quadrilateral. How many diagonals for a quadrilateral? Two diagonals. Almost all the points we have discussed, plan to discuss circle and its parts. You have already learnt circle in the previous year, but we can revise once again. Okay. Tip of the pencil on the paper and we will move the pencil around this tip of the compass. Then you will get a circle. Is it? Every time the pencil should be shorter than the compass. Then only you can draw easily. This pencil should be smaller than the compass. Okay. So this is the point I kept the compass tip. Is it? So this is known as the center of the circle. What is circle is a simple closed curve. Simple closed curve, but it is not a polygon. Why? Because its sides are not straight lines. Is it? So it is not a polygon, but circle is a simple closed curve. This is the center of the circle C. The fixed point what we used to draw this circle is called center of the circle. I marked a point P on the circle. On the circle, you remember? On the circle, I marked this point P. So, this line segment CP is called the radius of the circle. Radius. So, how many radii I drawn here? Radii is the plural word of radius. So, here I drawn 5 radii. CP, CA, CM, CB and here one more. Okay. So, understand children, radius is the line segment joining center of the circle and a point on the circle. Any point you can choose. So, we can draw many radii for a circle. Understood? Here I drawn a line segment AM. The endpoints are on the circle. So, this line segment AM is joining 2 points on the circle and it is called a chord. Chord means line segment joining 2 points on the circle. Okay. Next one, you observe the line PR. That is also joining 2 points on the circle, but it is passing through the center of the circle. Segment or this chord passing through the center, so it is called the diameter of the circle. Diameter is the double of radius. Understood the relation between radius and diameter. Diameter will be the double length of a radius. Radius is the line segment from the center of the circle to any point on the circle. But diameter of the circle is the line segment passing through the center or the chord passing through the center. Diameter is the longest chord of the circle. Diameter is a chord, moreover it will be passing through the center of the circle. So it is the double of the radius and it is the longest chord of the circle. Understood? Next part is a sector. Sector means it is the part interior of the circle, interior inside the circle, and it is enclosed by an arc and two radii. That means two sides are two radii and one side or boundary will be an arc. So this is called a sector. Sector means the interior part or region enclosed by an arc and two radii. Okay. Next part is segment. Segment means, listen, here it is also an interior part, but it enclosed by an arc and a chord, not radius. Here it is a chord. Here it was radii because this is the length from center to point on the circle. Here sector was enclosed by an arc and two radii, but here segment enclosed by an arc and a chord. So this is a segment of the circle, small portion of the circle. Here also it is a portion of the circle, but it enclosed from the center. Okay, so this is the difference between sector and segment. Okay, you understood, children? The length around the circle. The length around the circle is called a circumference of the circle. The length around the circle is called circumference of the circle. Okay, what is the circumference of the circle? This length around the circle is called circumference of the circle. And half of the circle is called semicircle. That you have learned. And 1/4 of the circle is known as quadrant. Then again half of this circle, a semicircle, is called quadrant. Understood? So these are the parts of a circle. You draw a circle and represent all these parts on the circle. Okay, figure out a circle and its parts. Okay. Remember, circle is a simple closed curve, but it is not a polygon. Thank you, children.